like a good college student myself, I have left some of our RSI videos until later in the afternoon on Sunday, right about the time they're due. So anyway, it brings back deadlines to me. I've got these, and this one is a poignant deadline for me because where I'm introducing week 9, and I'm gonna miss you guys. And it's been fun, and I hope that you have received a lot of great new information about short fiction and long fiction and literature in general. And I hope that you continue reading. That's really always one of my biggest goals when I teach these kinds of classes. This week, week 9, it's going to look deceptively short. That's a deceptive kind of thing because there should only be a few links, not as many as certain weeks we've had. And that's because we're reading a short story by T. Cargesson Boyle called La Conchita. And I'll share with you why I'm sharing it. It is a story that just locked me up and lit me in, and I just loved it. I read it when it first came out in about 2005, and its voice is so powerful. To me, I loved it. Some of it doesn't age well, and you've probably seen this in some of the fiction that we have explored. And you'll have to forgive me, I'm holding this close so that you guys can hear me, but I take risks when I mosey around the neighborhood making these, and people are doing stuff. They're blowing leaves, That was kind. She stopped for a second. I just hustled on. I hope you can still hear me. Anyway, that T.C. Boyle story just knocked me out. The protagonist, and again, I don't like to do spoilers. I like you to get in there and find out whether this is a likable character or is this not likable character. And we're going to be viewing it through the lens of the hero's journey. And of course, you guys are all probably, you should have already heard about the hero's journey. One thing that you might think about as you explore this connection to the hero's journey in La Conchita is how the hero's journey, it sort of parallels a little bit the Plato's allegory of the cave. It's also significantly more psychological and different. All hero movies have this hero's journey in it. You'll see, I've got some videos for you to give you some of the outline. You may have already seen these outlines, but the thing is that, when we apply the hero's journey outline to a piece of fiction, we then become more adept at applying that hero's journey outcome to our own lives, that hero's journey outcome, that hero's journey, format to our own lives. And the reason we do that is because locked within the hero's journey, there's always going to be a moment where someone's going to fail, where our hero isn't going to make it. There's a moment in all of these stories where everything is in jeopardy. Jeopardy is a key feature of the hero's journey, and it's a key feature of our lives. And for us to continue to do well in our own lives, we have to learn how to overcome adversity. And so you've just taken this course. Talk about overcoming adversity. I wish that everyone had been able to read Beloved. I'm sorry that I'm still selling Beloved, but there is peace. Now I can spoil it, I don't know, everybody's going to have to decide for themselves whether that's a happy ending. And in La Conchita, everybody's going to have to decide, is this a happy ending? But what we really want to take our eye on is, who is that character at the beginning of La Conchita? And I just want to riff on who he is, because I loved him. I loved him at the beginning. That's what caught me, is the beginning. But look at who he is at the end. And so I want to say in week 9, you're almost finished. You've got probably a lot of different classes, and they could be getting tough. So, well, technically, I suppose it is a little bit lighter week. It's not like terribly lighter, but I am trying to help you with just focus on one thing with more depth than, 10 things with less depth that could be more distracting. I want you to focus on finishing. That's what we're doing this week, is we're focusing on finishing. And to that end, here's another piece that I'm hoping is going to really help everybody. I'm going to open up. Sorry, my framing right there. I'm going to open up the final exam on Friday, and that's this Friday, week 9. That'll give you all of week 10 to write the final, and then the final exam itself isn't due until week 11. So that's what. I got a son in college, and so trust me, if I'm talking about you guys completing, I'm picking up his calls because that happened. So you didn't miss much, right? We're right back to where we were, talking about La Conchita and the hero's journey. And the hero's journey always concludes with a transformative feature that changes the character completely. And by the way, that's the reason that we read novels. That's the reason that we read short stories. That's the reason that we watch amazing television shows. Look, the seasons change. It's no longer Halloween decorations. It's Christmas decorations, folks. I'm gonna miss you. We're getting there, but listen, I want to make this video really upbeat for you. Look at that. Dang. That's pretty cool. Look at that. I hope everybody's doing well. That's all I'm saying. And I was just saying that we're opening up the final exam on Chris. Hello, my name is Chris. On Friday of this week. And that'll allow you certainly all the time in the world to do well on it, despite that I think it's stretching. I hope that it stretches folks and that people like it. And if you just saw me looking at the screen, it was because I never know if the button's working. So cool. That's it. This is our week 9 video. The date is the 19th of November and 2023. And I look forward to reading all the responses to La Conchita. Bye-bye.